Do not adjust your TV sets, folks. Yes, 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 we're outside. That right there is the sky. How long has it been since we actually saw the sky? It's been absolutely ages since I was outside. And not only that, we're going sneaker shopping. I've not done an outside shoot in ages, not held the camera and walked like this forever, so I don't know if I'm in shot, I don't know if I've got the light right, I don't even know if I've got the sound right, but I'm going to do it anyway. So stick with me as we go through this center part of Tokyo. We are in the coolest part of town. This is called Omotesando, and Omotesando is one of the most beautiful places in the world, one of the coolest parts in town, and it's the home to sneakers. This is where you find the best sneaker shops in Japan, and this is going to be a two-part video. I'm going to shoot the bits about the place, where it is, what it looks like, what this area is all about. In fact, what we'll do right now is do this thing, and we'll flick out, and you'll be looking at a map, hopefully, of the area, and you'll see a map of Tokyo and exactly where Omotesando is, and then we flick back to me, because I'm much more important than a map, and hopefully you guys will see me wandering along right here in the streets of Omotesando. And what we're going to be doing is I'll be showing you the sneaker shops, sneaker shopping in Tokyo, the place. This is like sneaker central for all the sneaker stuff, all the sneaker heads in Tokyo, but also we're going to try and sell a couple of pairs of shoes and see if we can video that as well. So probably be a two-part video, one about the shops themselves and one about trying to sell those two pairs of shoes. So without further ado, let's jump away and see what this day holds. See you guys soon. All right, here we go, guys. We're at store number one now. I'm sweating up a storm. It's about 22, 23 degrees out here in Tokyo. It's the first real warm day of the year. But you know what? Like, it's been so long since I've been sneaker shopping that my first store isn't where I left it. It's called Worm, and I've been looking for this for the last like 10 or 15 minutes with my wife and my little kid as well. So I've been like chasing after a 3-year-old. But we've got it right here. Hopefully you guys can see that up there, the very corner of Worm. And what we want to do is I want to put down a map. I want to show you guys the map, so we'll flip out to a map as well so you guys can know where this is, because I want to make sure you guys can come back to these things. And if you're checking this stuff out, you're able to come and do some shopping and check these places out if you're coming from overseas and stuff like that. So we finally made it to store number one. And we'll get ourselves in there and see whether or not this is the one place that I'll be able to try and sell shoes today, because I'm trying to sell my Jordan 4, my Bred 4s, and my Sakai Blazer mids. They don't fit, and I've got two pairs of the Jordan 4s. So let's see if we can make that happen in Worm. That right up there is Worm, and it's closed. But they were having like some crazy staff meeting when we got to the front door, and a guy came to apologize for it being closed, and Mrs. Butter said, you know what, guys, we want to just sell these two pairs of shoes. Can you do me a favor? So they've taken the Bred 4s and they've taken the Sakai Blazers off us, and they're going to run them through the, I don't know, the sneakerometer and find out whether or not they can take them off my hands. I mean, they're dead stock, so they probably should, but more importantly is how much for. Now, I don't mind paying, getting a little less for the shoes than you'd normally get from somewhere like StockX, for example, and putting that money back into this local community and this local sneaker community. But if I take a huge hit on them, I'm not really all that sure I want to do that. So it's a kind of 50-50 right now. We're waiting to see what they come back with, but I thought I'd do this, just show you guys around this local area. Tiny little boutiques all over the place down here. It's a crazy little area. Check this little street out. I mean, we're right in the center of Tokyo. You've got buildings like these here, which are just like residents, crazy stuff like that there. Lord knows why they've got all the wood stacked up here. Maybe they've got a wooden stove in the center of Tokyo, wouldn't surprise me. Little boutiques like this here, it's crazy. It's a great little area of town, these tiny little alleyways and little tiny streets and stuff like that. It's a beautiful little area, and this is where all the sneaker shops are. So we're on part one. We're not going to get to shoot video. Let me turn this back around. We're not going to get to shoot video in Worm today, but at least we'll get to see if we get the shoes sold, and you know, then pump that money back into the channel. For now though, I'm going to chip off, and I'll come back in a couple of seconds when that airplane, don't know if you can see that, hopefully that angle worked, when that airplane's gone by. We'll find out how much they're going to offer me for the shoes and see if I take it, and then we'll move on to the next sneaker store. So see you in a couple of secs. That's not the same airplane. This is turning into a disaster, guys. This right here is the coolest street in Tokyo. It's the best street. It's got all the coolest stores like that right there. Really nice boutiques and stuff like that. And this is where Kick's Lab is, or used to be, and I'm going to show you over my shoulder as we go by it right now. So I'm going to sort of turn sideways, and you can see kick slab there. Kick slab used to be all about like dead stock, basically. It was basically a dead stock store, but now it's like all new stuff. You can't buy dead stock there, which is really, really disappointing to me. It's like a fashion boutique instead of being you know, like a dead stock sneaker sort of grail place. It's just another one of these shops, another shop like this one right here. Hopefully you guys can see that behind me here. That's Supreme. So I'm kind of disappointed in shop number 2. I was expecting more from that, but we're heading off to shop number 3, which is Billy's, and down here on the left. So we've done our shop at not Kick Slab, at Worm. And let me just quickly tell you about Worm, that they gave me 52,000 yen for the 2 pairs of shoes, but it actually cost 40,000 yen to buy them, so I made a 12,000 yen profit. But it wasn't about the profit. I probably could have sold them online for like 70 or 80,000 yen, which is about $700, $800. So, but I'd rather do, that's my little girl, by the way, it's screaming at me. I'd rather put the money into the local market. It's another good store behind us here. That's Undefeated, if you guys know anything about Undefeated. So, so it's been, you know, the first store was closed, Worm. Hopefully I've put up maps and stuff like this so you can see this area that we're in right now, and you'll see where Kick Slab is, which is just that way. And then now we're going to be heading into Billy's, which is just here. So I'll put up some maps and stuff like that so you can know where we are and where all this sneaker central stuff is in Tokyo, Japan. But for now, let me just cut off and head into Billy's. Alright guys, so we had a checkout in Billy's, which is right there, and then I came out and I've never seen this shop before, which is tells you how little I've been shopping in this area. But that's Fool's Judge there, and what I'm going to do is give you guys a quick look, and we'll zoom in on the window. And hopefully you can see in there, you've got the, let's see if my finger can come into shot, you've got the Jordan 5 Tokyos right there, for example, and there's off-white Jordans and stuff like that. So that was an awesome find for today. Fool's Judge. We're definitely going to be wanting to look at that again in the future. There are tons of really nice shoes in there. Really give me a sense of what's going on in the dead stock world. That's what I was looking for at Kick Slab. I was looking for those dead stock things, but Kick Slab is just like a sneaker store now. You might as well go to Adidas or Nike, you know what I mean? But this is what I was looking for, and that's what I got today. So very pleased with that. We're going to go to the one more Kick Slab place now. In my pocket right now, as I just dig into it, I've got there, that's about $500, 50,000 yen from selling the 2 pairs of sneakers at Worm. And it's not a good idea to walk into a sneaker shop with a pocket full of cash, because it's going to be hard to resist. But the last stop on today's trip is going into the other Kick Slab, where I think we'll find the dead stock. So let's just go ahead and head over there. You guys aren't going to thank me for this, but I finally found the Kick Slab that I was looking for. Pick any shoe from this row right here, and you're absolutely on fire, and it's like that all over. Kick Slab finally delivered. This is the other Kick Slab, but I'm going to shoot videos in here in the future, and I'm just going to leave it like that, and you guys will have to tune in for those future videos in Kick Slab. Alright folks, it's time to wrap up today's video. It started, you know, pretty low, kind of went up, down again, and then up massively high. I'm so happy with the way this thing ended. I found some stores that I didn't know existed, found a bunch of dead stock sneaker stores, which is amazing, super happy about that. Found a motorbike. So behind me there is Supreme, and we'll be passing on my left just now Billy's, and then Kick Slab. The place I found Fool's Judge that I totally appreciate. I didn't realise just how many dead stock sneaker stores there are on this street. Now, like I said at the start of this whole thing, this is the coolest street. We'll flip out to another map, so hopefully I can show you a map of Tokyo and what I'm talking about. Even here, check this out. I'll flip back from that map behind here. Atmos Mart. They're turning sneakers into convenience stores. So it's a great street. It's a beautiful street here in Omotesando, and we've been able to do exactly what I wanted to do. Is Kick Slab behind me here. This is the dead stock Kick Slab that I was looking for, and so happy to find that as well. And then a few other stores as well down the way. That Fool's, what was it called? Fool's something or other was a great one. And then here's another dead stock sneaker store here, limited something or other, limited edition. I'm just going to duck down this little alleyway to finish up this video. So I've still got my money in my pocket though. I made that 52,000 yen, which is about $500, or I don't know, about £300 or something like that, which is a bit of a profit on the amount I paid for the Bread 4s and the Sakai Blazer mids, so I'm glad to get them out of the house as well, free up a bit of space on some shelves. The Blazers were half a size too small, and I have 2 pairs of the Bread 4s, so they had to go. Could have made more money off of somewhere like StockX, but chose not to. Chose to go with just you know, pump the money back into the local sneaker industry and local sneaker community and stuff like that. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. Just a quick sort of run around the sneaker stores in the sneaker area here in Omotesando. Great place to go shopping if you're coming to Tokyo, Japan, or if you're in Tokyo, Japan and you want to know about your sneakers and sneaker shopping and stuff like that. And like I said in Kickslab when I showed you just a quick look at some of the sneakers, I'll be back to shoot an actual video in there someday, and the same with Worm as well. So there's 2 great videos in Tokyo, Japan, in the sneaker stores for you guys to look out for. With that being said, it's time for me just to wrap this one up and finish this video. So I'm just going to do what I do at the end of every single video, which is remind you that I don't go out every single day. It's been ages since I was able to go out and do some shopping in Tokyo and show you guys around the local area. I still got the mask on, but you know, these are that's the way things are these days. So all that's left for me to do is just finish this one up. Thank you guys for checking out the content, and I'll just remind you I do this every single day, and because that means you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.